This morning, I want to talk to you about belief. Do you believe in yourself? I do. I believe that man can change, man can grow, man can make progress, man can be what he wants to be if only he wants to. Now, you can change, you can grow, you can make progress, you can be who you want to be, go wherever you want to go. But as long as you're there to make that belief come through, that belief so true in your life, then everything is possible. I want to talk to you about that particular belief simply because of this story that I gotten years ago when I went to Israel. It's called the Mopping Eagles. Probably some of you have already heard this story, but we created the story so that it became a story that is able to help many others. It became a phenomenon. Everyone now is using the story, and I hope that you can also use the story to encourage others. Well, we're talking about, this trip to Israel. Now, in Israel, there's a lot of hills. We went to one of the hills, and we went to the top of the hill. And this, what we call the tour guide. The tour guide came along and gave us a binoculars and asked us to look down at the specific place of a valley. We took the binoculars, and I was examining all the valleys. There were a few valleys there. And he pointed one. He said, "Stay focused." And I watched for a while. And suddenly among the bushes there was some ruffling going on there. And then I saw, one by one, 3 eagles walk out from the bush. Now, to me, this is something, an uncommon sight. Because my mind cannot comprehend why. And what are the eagles doing there? What were the eagles doing there? Eagles are not supposed to be in the valley. Eagles are supposed to be in the sky, soaring the blue sky. That's what I've been brought up. That's what I've been taught. That's what I've been shaped for. That I am an eagle and I'm not supposed to be in the valley. What am I doing in the valley? I should be up in the blue sky. And that's what winner thinks like. That we should be always up there and not down there. Well, I asked this tour guide, what happened? Say, these are what we call the mopping eagles. I took the binoculars, I look at it again and see if they are really mopping the floor. I said, what is this mopping eagle? He said, mopping. When you mop the floor, where do you look? Downwards. And so this mopping eagle story goes like this. He said one of the mopping eagles happens to be intimidated because it's like the rest of the other eagles that were flying in the blue sky. This one decided that he's going to surrender his life into this particular pathetic cocoon of the valley, where he's going to find comfort. No other challenges. No one is going to intimidate him anymore. No one is going to suppress him. No one is going to call him names. Because someone said something. Someone intimidated him. Someone called him a name. And that reminds me of us. Perhaps I'm talking about you. Perhaps I'm talking about someone else. Someone you know who has been intimidated by others, so they decided to surrender a life into isolations, withdrawing themselves and not wanting to go out there to achieve anything significant. Just taking what life has to offer. Just like the eagle. Taking what we call the leftover. Whatever that is being left in the valley. The desert lizard, desert snakes, creepy crawlies. No fresh fish, no fresh bird. No other animals that they can trace. Because those are the leftover. So about the second one has been cheated. The second eagle has been cheated. That's what the tour guide said. It's just like many of us here when we go out there to start a business, then something went wrong. And someone came along, cheated you. And as a result of that, you felt so bad. You felt that, you are the unlucky one, that you were not, how come? Of all the people, you were designed for this. And you asked yourself that question. You even asked God, why me? And as a result, this young eagle decided to isolate himself and then surrender into a life, into this particular pathetic cocoon of the bush, of the valley, not wanting to try again because just the leftover. No one would cheat him again. So, the third one. I asked for the third one, and the third one, it says incompetence. You know, there are a lot of eagles out there fighting to go above the clouds. And this one felt that he could not do it because he is incompetent. Do you know of somebody like that? Am I talking about someone that you know? Well, perhaps. Or if you know somebody, then it's time for you to encourage him. Because incompetency is not an excuse. We can get out of that. We can get out of that. So all you have to do is to go out there and believe that you can. See, this is how I started this morning. And I said, the word is believe. You gotta believe in yourself. Incompetency is a waste of time. Incompetency is a state of mind also. When you feel that you are incompetent, you will. When you feel that you are not up to something, you're right. The world is filled with so many of these incompetence. But I believe that you are not the type. I believe that if you are listening to this particular message, you are not that type. You won't give up so easily because you are not the moping people. I want to encourage you this morning. Once again, man can change. Man can grow. Man can make progress. Man can be who he wants to be and go where he wants to go. Now you can change. You can make progress, and you can be who you want to be. Go wherever you want to go, as long as you can make that belief come through. A belief that is so strong, like a burning desire within you, that you are not going to give up. Whenever somebody says something, whenever people say that you are incompetent, you are no good, you are not as good as I am, and if you have been intimidated, all the more reason you got to bounce back. Many years ago, we're talking about decades, many decades ago, when Esso petrol station, Esso petrol station used to, the mascot for Esso at that time was a tiger. Put a tiger in your tank. Some of the older one will remember this. And they used to come out with this, what we call a balloon. Underneath this particular balloon, there is a patch of sand where you can punch this balloon of tiger. You make it into a tiger, into a balloon. This particular tiger printed like a tiger on a balloon. And you punch it and it goes down and then it bounces back again. Oh man, I tell you, I got a day with that. You know, I was so excited because I was a young boy. Each time I kicked that particular balloon, it went down and bounced back again. You probably have done that before. You probably have seen this. Chinese, we call it pu tao ong. Yeah, that's the one. You should be that pu tao ong. There is no way that you can go down. Every time somebody punches you, you come back up again, bouncing back and bouncing back stronger. And it was like those days where I punched that particular tiger, it went down. I kicked it, it went down, and then it bounced back. Each time I knock it down, it came back again. So the mopping eagle is just a reminder that we're not going to be surrendering into a life where we are amounting to nothing. You can change. You can grow. You can be who you want to be as long as you believe that you dare to make that belief come true. Okay?